Hey everyone, welcome back. Alright, now, this is going to be my personal thoughts on the Microsoft E3 press conference for 2013. Yeah. Now, as I'm recording this, I haven't yet watched the Nintendo one, or the Sony one, or the Ubisoft one, or the other one, forget what minor company it is. So, yeah, so anyways though, personally, although it looks like they have some games here that may be really great, I am not going to buy an Xbox One for them. Why? Because I hate the fucking restrictions, so I'm not going to do it. A good friend of mine though, who is an Xbox fanboy, and will probably buy it, so I'll probably get to play a lot of these games at his house. Anyways, so yeah, I'm not going to talk about a lot of the restrictions that I just mentioned because I already made a rant about them. I don't really feel like talking about them again, so I'm going to get right into the games here, alright? The first one, not the first one that was announced, but the first one that I have on here, I'll put a link to all these in the description, as well as where I watched the press conference at, and a written version of the press conference on Crunchyroll. And the first one is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Now, I'm going to keep this one brief because I never played any of the Witcher games, so of course I'm not really looking forward to this game. But it looked pretty fun, I thought. So, you know, if you're into The Witcher and you want to buy an Xbox One, you'll probably pick this up, but I've never played any of the Witcher games, so of course I'm not going to check this out. Oh, and of course, I have to mention Halo. Are you surprised? I mean, I hear people getting so fucking shocked about this, like, oh, Halo, what the fuck? Like, really? Halo is to Microsoft what Mario and Zelda is to Nintendo, and what Call of Duty is to fucking Sony, okay? I don't know why so many people are so fucking shocked about this. I could see it coming a mile away now. What's the game called again? Halo Spartan Assault. Who the fuck cares? It's another fucking Halo game. Go figure. Moving on. We have Dead Rising 3 now. Once again, I've never played any of the Dead Rising games, but I've heard that they were really good, and I wanted to play them. Only problem is, the friend that I play Xbox games at never played them either. He never went out to buy them. So yeah, I haven't been able to play them either. So yeah, I'm not going to be checking this game out, obviously, because he hasn't played them before, so obviously he's not going to buy the third one. So yeah, but it does look like a really good post-apocalyptic zombie type video game, so I'm sure it'll be good. Alright, another post-apocalyptic setting, obviously, which isn't anything too new, but, you know, I'm sure it'll be a good game, okay? Anyways, moving on. Oh, also, there was this game that they mentioned there that I don't remember what it was called. I think it was like Project something, I forget what it was called, but basically it kind of looked like a build-your-own-game type of game, which looks interesting, but I'll have to look into that one a little bit more, alright? But, yeah, it still looks interesting, though. I forget what it was called, though, sorry. This is probably one of the most interesting looking games that they revealed at E3 for Microsoft. For the Xbox One, it is an on-rail shooter game called Crimson Dragon. Now, the scenes that they showed for that game looked beautiful. They did not look like a fucking Xbox game. Let's just put it that way. They looked like a fucking Sony game. It looked like a game that you'd find exclusively on the PlayStation 3 to me. I'll be perfectly honest with you, it did, and to me, I think that's a good sign in terms of games because, you know, they're going for a bit of a different feel with you. Xbox One in terms of that particular game, and I like that. Who knows, maybe if it does well enough, it'll spawn a franchise. Let's hope so. I mean, Xbox needs some different original franchises other than Halo and any other shooters they can find. I'm not saying Portal's a bad game, but when you boil it down, it's still a fucking shooter. A first-person shooter. Plain and simple. You know. And that's not like it's a bad thing. I mean, what about the Metroid Prime games? I love the Metroid Prime games and their shooters as well. Well, yeah, but Nintendo has very few first-person shooters. Let's just put it that way. But anyways, though, Crimson Dragon looks like it'll be a really good game. If my friend ends up buying that game, I'll definitely want to play it. Okay. Next is Quantum Break. Quantum Break seems like an interesting game. I'll have to look into it a little bit more, find out a little bit more about it before I actually decide to play it. The trailer that they showed off was kind of confusing for me. Now, I don't know what people were talking about, because when it was first revealed during the Xbox One reveal, people were saying there was live action scenes in it. I didn't see that, by the way, but I didn't see any live action scenes here, so I don't know, maybe they took them out, or maybe people are just fucking crazy. I don't know, but it looks interesting, also looks really confusing. I'll have to look into that one a little bit more before I make any definite decisions on whether I want to play it or not. Now, here's one that was really confusing for me to be on Xbox. Battlefield 4, exclusively on Xbox, and that's confusing because, like Call of Duty, I thought that Battlefield was generally a Sony franchise. But now it's exclusively on Xbox, so I don't know, did the creators of Battlefield actually own their own franchise instead of Sony owning it so they can go over to whatever console they want with it? I don't know, but yeah, Battlefield, it's Battlefield. Who the fuck cares? I really don't fucking care, okay? Be quite frank with you. Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, the only Metal Gear game I ever played, honestly, was the very first Metal Gear game ever made. Which was on the Nintendo, yeah, and somehow Metal Gear's been able to go over to Microsoft, but whatever though. It looks like a good game. Only thing is, I don't know if it's gonna pick up immediately where Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots left off at. If it is, I'll need to play that first because I haven't played it yet. Okay. I'm not exactly sure if it's available on the PS3 or not, by the way. Guns of the Patriots, that is. And I'll have to look a little bit more into it too. It looks like it will be a pretty interesting game though. Now Microsoft is bringing Killer Instinct back. I never played Killer Instinct. I know I'm lame. I'm really fucking lame, I know, but I never played it. It looks fun though. So, you know, maybe if my friend ends up buying it, I'll give it a shot. You know, I mean, it looks like a game worth giving a shot. It looks like just a regular fighting game, which would tell me that I wouldn't need to play any other Killer Instinct game in order to get into it. I hope. So yeah, I'll probably end up giving it a shot. Hold on a sec. Now this next game was actually the last game they revealed. Titanfall, which is another FPS game. Or apparently, according to this Wikipedia article here, you can like use mechs too, I guess. Like, I don't know, it seems like it'll be a good game, but I'll need to get more information on it before I decide if I want to buy it or not. But it looks really fun. But really the only one I praise for how it completely so far was Crimson Dragon, which again looked fucking amazing for an Xbox game. Next up is Rise, that is R-Y-S-E, Rise, Son of Rome. It looks just kind of like a medieval style hack and slash game, which I actually really am into, believe it or not. Yeah, I'll probably give it a chance if my friend buys it. Again, I'm not buying a fucking Xbox One. Fuck it. Okay? But if my friend gives it a shot, I'll give it a shot too, you know, I might as well. I've got so much free time on my hands that I might as well. Hold on a sec here. Oh boy. And then we come to the last game, which was like one of the first they revealed. It might have been the first two, I don't remember for sure, but it's a game called Sunset Overdrive, which is by Insomniac Games. Yeah, Insomniac Games. You know, the developer behind the Ratchet and Clank games, the Resistance games, and the Spyro the Dragon games. All of which were on Sony consoles. They also made Fuse recently this year, which sucked ass according to what I heard, which was on the PSP and the C360, so I don't know, maybe that was like their turning point, but Insomniac, why? Why do you betray us Sony fanboys like that? Yeah, whatever. Anyways, it looks like it will be a really good game. It looks like a Microsoft, it looks like a, it doesn't look like a Microsoft game at all. It looks like an Insomniac game. Insomniac, besides Fuse, can really do no wrong, I feel, so I'll probably give it a try. I'll probably even buy it. It's an Insomniac game, so I'll probably even buy it for my friend if he doesn't buy it, just so that I can play it. Right, because yeah, I love Insomniac and whatnot. And that's all the games that were revealed for the Sony press or for the Microsoft press conference for E3 2013. Now, what are my overall thoughts? Halo, go fuck yourself. Battlefield, go fuck yourself. That being said, the only two that I'm really looking forward to that playing over at friend's house, obviously, would be Crimson Dragon, which is number 1, and then number 2 would be Sunset Overdrive. Just because it's by Insomniac. And that's pretty much it. All the others kind of really hit or miss. Like sequels, some of them are sequels to series I've never played, like The Witcher 3 and Dead Rising 3 and Metal Gear Solid 5, Guns of the Patriots, although I'll still have to see if it's a direct sequel or not, but yeah, or other games might be hit or miss, like the rest of the games might be hit or miss, like I just don't know, you know what I mean? But overall, this is it for my thoughts on the Microsoft E3 press conference. What I think of it, it wasn't one of the worst Microsoft's ever had. The only thing that I'd say make it even close to that would be the fact that they're revealing games for the Xbox One, which I will not buy. I want to reiterate that. I want to reiterate that point. I'm not going to buy a fucking Xbox One. Fuck you. I'm not going to. Period. It's not worth it, I don't think. But again, there's a good friend of mine who is a Microsoft, or rather an Xbox fanboy. He will most likely be buying it. In fact, he kind of told me today that he will be buying it. And so I'll probably just play a lot of these games over at his house. Whatever. You know, saves me the trouble of having to go out and buy the fucking console myself when I'll probably hate it. You know what I mean? Again, I'm not going to get into those reasons why, because I've already made a rant on this. I don't really feel like getting into it again. So yeah. But anyway, so overall, hope you enjoyed this video, guys. See that you guys, thanks for yeah, and I'll also be doing my Sony press conference next. Okay. So yeah, see that you guys, thanks for watching. Bye bye.